Hello and welcome to the 8th PubMed 2021 conference on scholarly communication in the context of open science, bringing the most relevant and current themes in scholarly communication to you, our participants all over the world. I'm Jadranka Stojanovski, and I'm the PubMed 2021 Program Committee Chair. It's a great pleasure to host all of you. There are around 630 people registered for this conference from 54 countries. This year's PubMed conference is the results of joint effort between University of Zadar, Croatian Association for Scholarly Communication, University of Zagreb, and Ruđer Bošković Institute. We are also proud that many national and international communities are supporting our conference. PubMed 2021 is held under the auspices of the Croatian Ministry of Science and Education, National Initiatives for Open Science in Europe, Open Air, Spark Europe, and European Association of Science Editors (EASE). And of course, we are here to learn from our speakers, panelists, and workshop leaders, and from you, our participants, who will share with us your curiosity and knowledge through your questions, comments, and suggestions in the chat or Q&A, or through social networks using hashtag PubMed2021. Zoom is a very good platform to connect us all, even though it is digital and we don't have a chance to get together physically at our University of Zadar and the beautiful city of Zadar. But online edition offers additional opportunities and we shall take advantage of them. Finally, our organizing and program committee members will do their best to make your virtual presence at PubMed 2021 as comfortable and beneficial for you as possible. And I will give the floor to the President of Croatian Association of Scholarly Communication, Vladimir Mrša.
Thank you, Jadranka. It is my great pleasure to welcome all of you on behalf of our association, an institution that tries to associate all the people involved or interested in scholarly communication, from science editors, members of editorial offices, lectors, librarians, to practically every scientist, because it is a job of every scientist that includes communication. This is what we all do. And so the communication and the questions that will be asked, and hopefully at least some of them attempt to be answered through this meeting, could be of interest for any scientist, in fact. Looking to the list of participants, and over 600 of them, it is really a pleasure to see how much interest this conference has been evoking over the years. And it is nice to see names of people who attend this conference regularly and have, so to say, got used to this conference, and they became, the conference became a part of their yearly calendar. But it is equally nice to see, I wanted to see new faces, to see new lists, new names at the list, and hopefully, as Jadranka mentioned, next year we'll see your faces, and we'll have a chance to have a coffee together and to exchange ideas in direct communication, not only online. However, it is nice to see that many new people have joined our family, and I hope they will find the lectures and the roundtable discussions interesting, and that they will join us next year and the year after, and become regular attendees of this line of conferences. So thank you very much again. I would like to thank the organizing committee, for putting together this conference. It is not so easy to do it every year and to keep this pace of meetings, and also to thank the sponsors. Without these sponsors, this conference would be at least it would be more expensive and less accessible to some of you. And but the sponsors allow us to organize this conference free of registration fee. So with this, I would leave the floor to Professor Mariana Tomic, the chair of the Department of Information Sciences of the University of Zadar. You have heard from Jadranka. The University of Zadar is one of the organizers of the meeting. So Professor Tomic, please.
Thank you very much. I'm really honored to be able to greet all of you on behalf of the Department of Information Sciences. I would like also from our side to warmly welcome all the presenters and participants, such a big number of participants of the 8th Conference on Scholarly Communication in the context of open science. We are really very proud that our department is one of the organizers of this important conference, which is for lots of years questioning scholarly communication and open science, as those concepts are extremely, if not the most important building blocks of contemporary science as a whole. Department of Information Sciences, with a really very strong backup of University of Zadar, is dedicated to questioning and accepting, as well as promoting open science, public science, and scholarly communication in the context of those initiatives. And we are very proud that our team, guided by Professor Jadranka Stoyanovsky, started with this conference and made it an inventable meeting place of scholars and practitioners who are paving the way to modern open science in today's scholarly communication. Thus, I would like to take this moment to warmly greet all of you who organized this event, to program and committee and organizing committee. And thank you for all the efforts in organizing all of this, as I really know how hard it is to organize an event for such a big number of participants. Especially, I would like also to thank Professor Stoyanovsky, who is today the chair of a program committee, but really who is a real spiritus movens of this conference. So thank you, Jadranka, for starting this conference, and for at that way you made University of Zadar and the Department of Information Sciences as one of a meeting place for the conference, for the communication and for the scholarly communication, open science, and all those really important concepts that we are paving the way together with you and all the other members of program and organizing committee. So thank you very much. Well, I have to say now that we are really very sorry for not having you here in Zadar, as we are all very used to all conference and after conference meetings, coffee breaks, dinners, and all that PubMet is known for. So I really hope that University of Zadar will build a very big hall for the next year's conference, so that all of those more than 600 participants will be able to come to Zadar, and we will meet together on after COVID time and have a chance to meet all of you and to talk with all of you. So we are all looking forward. We will participate, of course, and we will all looking forward to this conference, knowing it will, as always, an exceptional event for science communication, and for open science. We hope to have you in Zadar on next PubMet, and wishing you all great event on behalf of the Department of Information Sciences. So welcome once again, and see you these days and next year in Zadar. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Tomic. We all hope the same. And yes, thank you for your words. And I will now pass the floor to Professor Zvezdan Penezic, the Vice Rector of the University of Zadar.
Sorry, thank you, and my great pleasure to welcome you here. So, dear colleagues, ladies, gentlemen, distinguished guests of this conference, it's my special pleasure to welcome you on behalf of the Rector and the entire administration of the University of Zadar. The University of Zadar always supports conferences held in cooperation with numerous partners like this conference. And although this conference will be held using the modern online technologies, as mentioned before, I'm sure that this is only temporary. I'm also sure, as Mr. Mirsha and Mariana already said, that we will see each other live in the coming years, and that we will make up for all these missed social contacts, and that you will enjoy the hospitality of the Zadar and the University of Zadar as Croatia as general. As in previous years, this year's PubMet will also present innovative approaches, best practice discussions, and face the challenges of the future. And I personally, as well as many colleagues I have spoken to these days, have been interested in the presentation that the rich program of the PubMet conference offers this year's. And therefore, I'm pretty sure that we will meet online in the coming days at various presentations and the workshops organized in the conference. At the very end, I would like to congratulate all the organizers from the Zadar and Zagreb. I wish you all the best, and I'm sure that the conference will be more than successful. You will always have the support of the University of Zadar in organizing these conferences and these meetings. So enjoy the conference, and I wish you all the best, and meet you in some sessions of the conference. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Professor Penezic. And now finally, I would give the floor to Mrs. Diana Mandic, the head of the Sector for Development of Higher Education of the Ministry of Science and Education. The ministry has always been a partner in events like this, and we are very happy to have you as the representative to say a few words at the beginning of the conference.
Thank you very much. Dear colleagues, students, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Ministry of Science and Education, I warmly welcome you all. It is my great pleasure to be with you today at the opening of the Conference on Scientific Communication in the context of Open Science, PubMet 2021. This conference aims at bringing together inspiring viewpoints and some of the best practices and practice examples of open science. It is a very important topic, so please bear with me as I would like to share some words with you on the topic. Research and innovation are changing rapidly. Science is currently undergoing a revolution thanks to a new approach known as open science. Open science aims at transforming science to make research more open, global, collaborative, creative, and closer to society. It increases the quality and impact of science by fostering reproducibility and interdisciplinarity. It also makes science more efficient through better sharing of resources, more reliable through better verification, and of course, more responsive to society's needs. The principle of open science will become the modus operandi of Horizon Europe, requiring open access to publications and data supported by infrastructure across Europe. The importance of open science has also been emphasized in the Council conclusions on European Universities Initiative. And the European universities are expected to create a better synergy between European education area and the European research area. And the ministry supports the concept of European universities as a role model for transformation of higher education in Europe. We are also very proud that 4 Croatian universities implement pilot projects for European University, namely University of Zagreb, University of Rijeka, University of Split, and of course, University of Zadar. One of the priorities for the implementation of policies in the field of science and technology is also to strengthen scientific excellence and encourage open science. In its program period, in this program for the period from 2020 to 2024, the government of the Republic of Croatia stated as one of the activities that the unique system of monitoring, evaluation, and financing of scientific journals will be renewed in order to ensure free access to the results of domestic scientific research. This being said, in the name of the Ministry of Science and Education, let me wish you much success in your work today and many fruitful and inspiring discussions. And thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much. We all are grateful for your support and the initiatives, and for being here today and sharing a couple of new information with us. It's always good news for the Croatian science communication system and journals. Now I also have an unpleasant duty in this opening ceremony, a sad duty. As a couple of days ago, we have received an information that Mr. Miroslav Milinovic, the Deputy Director of Srce, sadly passed away. People dealing with science communication in Croatia, I guess all knew Miroslav Milinovic because of his work in the field of research, communication, and information infrastructure. He was the team leader in many tasks Srce undertook in the last decades. He was also a leader of a number of national projects, particularly his initiatives in the foundation and development of the Croatian academic research networks are very invaluable. So I would now ask you for a moment of silence in memory of Mr. Miroslav Milinovic. Thank you very much. With this, we would conclude our opening protocol, our opening ceremony, if I can say so. And we could proceed with the first session of the meeting. I wish you all a successful meeting, and I hope you will find the content of the meeting interesting. I would now ask you to promote the speakers of the next meeting into the adequate. Thank you very much.